I was deliberately heated by my mother in the microwave. My name is Paris Kelly, and I will never forget the day that changed my fate. Although I was only 28 days old, I still remember the argument between my mother and her boyfriend Carol. They were shouting at each other, and I could feel their anger. Suddenly, my mother's hand grabbed me, tightly grasping me. For the first time in my short life, I felt fear. Then I only knew that I was in a dark iron box, which was very hot and made me unable to breathe. I could feel my little body burning, and I called out to my mother with all my strength. But she didn't come, and the heat was unbearable. In front of the glass, I finally stopped. I was a baby and very confused, but I knew something was wrong because my body was on fire and couldn't move. When my mother finally took me out of the microwave, I felt a sense of relief, but it was brief. She placed me on the table and left me there alone. I didn't understand what was happening, but I was really in pain. I could feel my life draining away. The next day, I woke up cold and still, with burn marks all over my body. I knew I was no longer alive. My life should have been shortened by loving and protecting my mother. Looking back, I couldn't help but wonder what would have happened to my mother and my life if she hadn't been engulfed in anger and violence. I could have been anyone I wanted to be, but my life had already ended before it even began. In the end, my mother was taken away by the police for intentional homicide, and the court sentenced her to 15 years in prison.